What's going on, guys? I've said this before and I'll say it again. Please do not send threats towards anyone just to add, a little bit of fuel to their victim fire, okay? Today I want to talk about somebody by the name of Sam. Now, who is Sam? I'm glad you asked. Sam Jones is an idiot, okay? A big, fat, hypocritical idiot. Now, usually when you do something stupid, I myself have done plenty of dumb things, you have to own up to it. Okay, you don't point your finger, you don't hypocritically try to point out somebody else's flaws while you yourself have actually been involved in said flaws. Okay, now if you don't know what I'm talking about, somebody decided that it was going to be fun to basically kidnap a wombat baby and then basically hand it back off and then lie, okay? I am assuming a lie, okay? You can just watch the video and understand that she tries to turn around and say that she's a victim in all this and that it was a big misunderstanding. But I'm going to pick apart how this is not a misunderstanding, by no means, and I 100% believe she was just doing for clout and thinking it's funny, even though she tries to backpedal and say she wasn't doing for clout and trying to be funny.
Just caught a baby wombat. Look at the mother. It's like, oh, it's chasing after her.
Now this right here is literally what's getting her so much hate, is picking up a baby wombat and bringing it back. What looks like seemingly she's trying to kidnap it. But to kind of add insult to injury is what she does afterwards kind of completely tears apart any argument she tried to make later on a press release for immediate release, okay, which I think is beyond stupid.
I got a baby wombat. Okay, Mama's right there, and she is pissed. Let's let him go.
No, he's right.
All right, let's let him go. Come here, Mama. Come here.
Now, that's seemingly just stupid. You did something dumb, you put it back, fine. But this is where it gets a little bit bold and moronic. Okay, this is from one of her her press release for immediate release. It's her official statement regarding a wombat. This statement is provided in full and should not be excerpted or altered without permission. This is the only public statement I have made regarding this incident. When we found the mother and Joey on a road not moving, I was extremely concerned, as wombats are often hit on Australian roads. So I'm not going to read the rest of that little bit for a reason, okay? She's worried that it would get hit. By all means, I can understand if that's what you're doing, you're going to pick up both of them and travel them down the road or go further into their environment and try to drop them off in a safer area. But no, you dropped the baby right back off to the mother right on the side of the road, right where you picked it up. So that just completely nullifies your entire argument. It just shows you as a liar. It's nothing you can even come back from. You cannot even act like that makes any sense to you. Okay? And it makes her completely devoid of any intelligence to make that argument. Regardless, my only intent was to prevent these amazing animals from being hit, making sure that Joey wasn't in need of immediate care. I have learned from this situation. I'm truly sorry for the distress I have caused. I want to make it absolutely clear, this was never about social media or getting likes. This was not staged, nor was it done for entertainment. In my excitement and concern, I acted too quickly and then failed to provide necessary context to viewers online. You don't have to provide any context, okay? The fact that you picked it up and you didn't go anywhere with it and brought it back to the mother on the side of the road in the exact same spot shows that you're just lying, okay? You're just absolutely lying to cover your ass, and now you just look like a moron. And while I don't justify death threats and everybody coming after you in that sense, you are absolutely 100% okay to be clowned on. People can point and laugh at you for just basically mocking up what's, environmentalists do all the time for animals. People that actually care for animals and do stuff like that. And I would love to say that's all it is, but it gets worse. She goes on to state in a second part of her PR, which right here you can screenshot it, pause it, whatever you need to do if you want to read it. But it is, am I a villain? By the way, yeah, you are, and you're a moron, okay? She goes on to vilify the entire Australian government, basically, for how they have their hunting practices. And her herself being a hunter, she thinks it's wrong because, minus the wombat part, she starts to try to vilify more that they use helicopters to go hunting when it comes to, horses, pigs, and I want you to keep that in mind, pigs. Because, it's like no other country does that. Now, I'm in the South. I don't know if you know this, but somewhere around here, and I know Texas, they have actual ride-alongs and helicopters. There's entire companies that you can pay to come out and clear your fields while they just mow down, wild boar, which is just wild pigs. Okay. And for her to be that dense, not to realize what she just put out, is just showing how much of a hypocrite she is. Minus the helicopter. Okay, maybe she doesn't use a helicopter, but she's still hunting these things. And it's still within regulation. It's still allowed. Okay, you can go hunting multiple different boar. They do giant cage drops, and just literally just to drop an entire family of them, because they are known as a pest. They are a nuisance. They're a problem. They tear everything up. They overeat. They overindulge. And they breed like rabbits, pretty much. It's a huge problem. And for her to hypocritically try to call them out because they use a helicopter for that is super stupid. And the reason why I said pay attention to the pig part, here's a picture. That on the left is a pig. The one on the right, I don't know the exact animal, but still, she's a hunter trying to vilify hunting. Not even a good light. It's actually very terrible. You yourself are not the proper spokesperson right now to vilify somebody else to make them look worse. This is the DSP argument. This is pretty much like a Wings of Redemption argument. It's where when somebody puts criticism towards them, the first thing they want to do is go, I'm not the worst person in the world. Look at this person. Point, and look. Stop telling me what I did wrong, and let me tell you what everybody else does wrong. This is not about everyone else. This is literally you. All you're trying to do is twist it to seem like you're here for the animals, when you're not. You're literally not, okay? And then try to vilify their hunting ways is really redundant, because it has nothing to do with the situation. You want to just try to, merge it with the fact that they may hunt wombats, but the thing is, you do not care. Here's the irony, is back to square one. Take responsibility, and a lot of this would have blown over. It's like this Barbra Streisand effect, where you're making a bigger deal out of something than what it was, and now everybody's going to be talking about it, I'm included in this, just to vilify you essentially more, because you wanted to go after the government for what little things they do. By comparison, what you don't understand is taking responsibility is 90% of what makes somebody look better. You take responsibility, you apologize for your actions, you do something to benefit after the fact or something. That's usually good PR. And I don't know who's telling you to write this, because I know you didn't come up with it yourself, and who's giving you this information to go ahead and try to spread this about the government and how their hunting practices is wrong. But they are dumb and you should fire them. They are making you look actively more moronic. They're making you look like your IQ is not above room temperature. Okay, I would love to believe somebody cannot be this arrogant. You can't have your head so far up your ass that you're still smelling yesterday's dinner. There is no possible way that this is how you think. But then again, it is another social media influencer, and you know how that usually goes. They're constantly always smelling their own farts at that point. They think they're better than everybody, that they're untouchable, and everybody else is the problem, that they couldn't possibly be the problem because everybody watches them for a reason. But I think I've ranted on long enough, guys. That's about all I got to say. Y'all have a good one.